Hey, this is Joker Dark Rider. As you've told by the title, I've got a big announcement, but I've got a few things I want to go over. Um, First off, again with the title, as most people know, that when all this crazy coronavirus crap hit, we had to put a pause on 4 of our series because we had to do social distancing. And unfortunately, all those were series that they couldn't do at their own houses, so we had to put a pause. We hadn't stopped them, but we couldn't do them at that time. But now that, as of recently, well, it happened a little while ago. I think about 2 or 3 weeks now, but I've been doing it as a trial run to just watch how everything goes, and because everything seems to have calmed down, we are going to very soon attempt to re-establish the normal regime of the channel. What that means is pretty much this weekend, as you're seeing this video now, it will have an episode of Jurassic World Evolution, and I'll get to why there's only one in a moment. But you'll have this. Then next weekend it will be the Monster Hunter weekend as normal. The following 2 weekends will be 2 more Jurassic World weekends, and of course one of them will be at the scheduled, or was it the Pokemon Randomizer? But not next weekend, but the following weekend, that would be a Monster Hunter weekend, will be when we start getting things back to normal. So, for those that want me to simplify it, this weekend, next weekend, weekend after, then. Because, we have what we're on now, we have the Monster Hunter one, and the 2 between it and the next Monster Hunter. It's this one that we're going to be putting the series back on. The reason why we've set it to that is because it's a decent starting point, and we want to give it a little bit more time because we really do want to get back into the routine. There's a whole lot of games, like Jade wants to continue playing Crash, I want to continue playing Spyro. The only reason why we haven't done it yet, and the reason why we're setting it a little bit ahead instead of just rushing into it straight away, in case between now and then something goes off the rails and some idiot somewhere causes the pandemic to flare up again. Because let's face it always takes one guy to do the wrong thing at the wrong time and everyone just loses their mind. So that's what we're going to do. That's our game plan for the moment. If everything goes well, by that weekend, that specific weekend, we'll have Monster Hunter and Doom, and then it will be followed by the normal schedule. If Jurassic World hasn't finished by then, I will be trying to fit it in somewhere. Maybe it will be the thing that I do 1 or 2 episodes in the middle of the week as a special thing, but I will make sure I finish that as well. But I will get back to that point I said, the Jurassic World Evolution. Now, there were 2 videos recorded, and this irritated me. Every now and then I come across a little glitch with one of our systems, and I have come across another one because I had 2 recordings for Jurassic World Evolution, and yet when I go to retrieve them from the 2 recordings that were on the PlayStation, for some reason the first recording also recorded over the second recording's file, even though they were 2 separate files. I don't know how, and the only reason why I know this is because when I went to the editing process, they were literally the exact same video, but they were 2 separate files with 2 separate names and dates. So that confused the hell out of me, and if that wasn't bad enough, at the same time, for some reason my audio system that records my audio for that video didn't record at all. So when I was about to edit the video, at first I was going to be putting a message in front of it saying there was no audio for this, so it's just gameplay. But then I saw the gameplay wasn't there, so sadly I do apologise. This was kind of my fault for not checking and doing a test run or anything. But I do apologise that that's the reason why there's only 1 episode of Jurassic World on this weekend instead of 2. That sadly was my screw up, but I hope I will try to make sure that things get fixed up and work better before the next episode. The only things that were really missed was the fact that I did the final security mission. Um, there wasn't much too eventful in that, to be honest. The only other thing that was involved was I mentioned how in the next episodes I would be going to Island 4 and also showing you guys on camera the 5-star version of the Island 3. So just so that in case you guys wanted to know what it looked like. But yeah, I will be making sure that I have episode 3, or not episode 3, whatever episode we're up to for Jurassic World now. I'll make sure that the next episode is completely fine and no worries about that. But yeah, that I still apologize for that. That's completely my fault. I didn't realize that things were acting a bit screwy for that episode. Episode 1 went perfectly fine, so I don't know why we had so many problems with the episode that followed, but whatever. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure you guys knew that the schedule would be finally returning, and apologize for what happened this weekend. Every now and then though, we will be slotting in a golfing with friends video just for shits and gigs. And yeah, we've got plenty of other games that we plan to, luckily enough with the way the series are going on the channel, there are some series that are probably going to be wrapping up decently, so we'll be able to put more stuff on the channel. The only two things that I know we have planned when the series, when our current, the original schedule was planned, that was on, is put back on the channel. I know we're planning on two things. We're planning that after the eventual time that Will finishes Doom, he will be playing, we're going to look for a pretty good horror game, but we've kind of discussed that we want him, being that he is the voted horror guy, that he'll probably be playing a horror game. But Jade, when he finishes the Crash 3, he's right now doing Crash 3, and shouldn't take him too long to finish it. What we're hoping to do is we're hoping to finish that, and if he has a series that follows, we're going to try not to look for an extensively long one, because as we now know that Crash Bandicoot 4, the official apparently canon 4th game in the franchise, it even in the trailer it makes fun of the side branch games. But we found out that's coming out in I think it was October, and we definitely want that to follow, so that will definitely be put on the channel. I don't think any of the other Spyro games are going to be put on the channel unless something relevant hits. I'm only saying that because, don't get me wrong, the first PlayStation 2 game, I think it was Enter the Dragonfly or something like that. That one was okay. It wasn't the best, and it wasn't even nearly as good as the original 3. And then the ones that followed, in my opinion, just got worse until they got to the sellout that is Skylanders, but I won't get into that. Yeah, so I don't think there'll be any else, unless something another big-ish, another canon Spyro game comes out. I don't think Spyro will be continuing after I play the 3rd game, which is what I'm definitely trying to get back to because I really want to play more of that. But yeah, the Crash is something that we definitely want to put on the channel. We're always looking for new ideas to put, for someone to play on the channel. So if you guys have any updates or any suggestions that you might want to sling our way, feel free, because we're always happy to accept your guys' opinions, because we want to make sure that not only are we having fun, but we also want to make sure that you guys are actually entertained by our shenanigans. It's the reason why when we were going to put games on the channel as what will we play, we put it as a poll, and we got surprisingly amount of people voting for Golf with Your Friends and the Jurassic World game. So yeah, it's interesting all around. But yeah, The only other thing I would mention is the fact that I will probably be separating it to its own video, and I have to get around to making that video. But the ending, like at the end of the Jurassic World series, are we doing a little mini series, if I don't do it all in one episode, where it will be a dinosaur battle royale. It'll be a competition. I have already thought about how I'm gonna flesh out all the like how it's gonna go and all the rules and stuff, which again I'll explain in a separate video for those that are interested. But at this current time, if anyone is interested, I have no idea. Only because I haven't seen anyone post any comments or at like anything. I've seen a few people, like few random people comment here and there, but I've replied to some of them, and a lot of like there's some that seem like they're commenting for the sake of commenting, like I won't name names here, but there was a commenter I saw a little while ago who, like, they said something and I didn't know if it was a compliment or whatever, so I literally was polite. I just said, thanks, I hope you enjoy the videos. And they replied, I think it was just like, I'm just here for the cyber snakes. And I'm like, that's us? I mean, our team's called The Void, but the channel is CyberSnakeStudios. We are technically the Cyber Snakes, so that goes back to me asking if they enjoyed the video. But I've seen that person comment a few times, like saying Cyber Snakes rule, and I mean no offense to them, don't get me wrong, but I'm just confused because it seems like they're just commenting for the sake of commenting. I don't know if they're actually enjoying our videos or if they're just like there. I really apologize if I sound like I'm being rude, because I really don't want to sound like that. But yeah, the only people that I've noticed comment frequently properly is, well, our main viewer Suki, and every now and then we get one or two good ones. The only other time I've seen a video get proper responsive comments and stuff is the that age-old review I did of not Jurassic World, the two Digimon games, the Digimon World Cyber Sleuth and Digimon World Next Order. That is still getting views and that is still getting comments, which I'm surprised at, but I'm glad a lot of people are being helped out by that. God, that video is old now. You can really tell there is literally, like, they're wrong, there's a decent amount of editing done to it, but you can really tell it's a lot older than some of our current day videos. But yeah, it's like, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because that dinosaur battle royale competition that I'm going to be holding, it's supposed to be like a thank you video for the people that are watching, but at the moment we don't have any, except for possibly William's friend Peter and Suki, we don't really have any contestants. And as I said, at the end, like, pretty much all people have to do to like participate in it, like even remotely, is do, like, I don't know, help us like get our views up, or hell, even minimum, go to the first Jurassic World Evolution episode and comment your favorite dinosaur, and give me a small reason why it's your favorite dinosaur. And like, I mean, please, like, don't just joke around. Please try to be given honest answer if you do try this. Like, I'm not asking for an essay, but I'm like, I like T-Rex because it's big. I know that sounds funny, but I'd like a at least like a sentence of a reason why, like a proper sentence. Like, it could be, I liked T-Rex because it was, I don't know, like it because it was amazing in Jurassic Park. Something like that at least gave some flesh of why you like it. But like something like that, or just anything at the moment, would be decent, just so that I know people are not only watching our videos and enjoying them, but people are interested in this competition. Because at this current moment, if we get to the end of Jurassic World Evolution, and we still have slots open. Jade, myself, and William, we still can't compete in the tournament. Neither can our fourth member, Melvin. The four of us can't enter the tournament, so the prizes can't go to us. But I will probably be going to talk to the other members, and we will probably be handpicking friends of ours, like people that we know online or something that we think might be good to have these as gifts, and like might want to participate in the tournament. Because what's up for grabs is there is, I think it's a lot more than before. I think it's almost double what I said before. Because last time I mentioned this, I said that there was like 10 or so games up for grabs in the competition. Now there's like, I've upped it to about 17 or 18. So people have a good chance to win great prizes. Because what these is, I've got a huge list of codes for Steam games that I have bought, and all like these aren't DLCs or anything. These are, you put the code in, you get the game, and in some cases you get more than just the game. Like one of the prizes that is in the list is the Handsome Jack collection, which includes Borderlands 1 and 2, just for something interesting. But one thing that will also be interesting to a lot of people is whoever goes in first, second, third of the major tournament, and as I'll explain how, the technical first person in the lower tournament, or whoever comes in sixth, they will also be receiving, all four of those people will be receiving 2 prizes instead of just 1. And I will explain that all in a separate video so that way people understand, because I've worked out exactly how I'm going to have the tournament run and everything. But I just wanted to let you guys know. I probably won't edit this video at all, so if it looks kind of grungy, again I apologize. And if you've already commented about how grungy it is, or you haven't even made it to this end of the video because it had bad quality, I apologize, but I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I forgot. So apologies for that. I gotta stop saying, you can tell these aren't scripted, because professionals, the etiquette in society, they don't do your ums and ahs in current, like, repeated succession. But I guess that's kind of what makes, I guess I do it out of just wanting to just be natural. At least you guys know that I'm not, I don't have like a piece of paper down here that I'm reading from. At least you guys know that I'm actually like telling you everything from my first take, because I don't take turn, like I don't do like take 1, take 2 with these recordings. I literally like go with the recording, and unless I'm interrupted, if I'm able to finish, whatever mistakes I make is the mistakes I make. Because at least that way you guys know that when I'm a moron, you get to see it. Because we pride ourselves on being morons here. It makes the fun out of it. But in other news, despite that, yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys informed about everything that's going on between the schedule, apologizing for this week's videos, and the tournament thing, because we still don't have many participants, but that's just something that we wanted to mention. I already have a few people in mind that I plan to invite if we don't get the members, so we'll see with that. On the top of my list is if he is even remotely interested, because people that get invited don't actually have to do much. Literally, their names go into the tournament, I will assign them a team, and where they come, I will, like, as long as they either add me on Discord, like message me on Discord, or add themselves to the Discord group that we have, I can send them the code that they have to put into the Steam to redeem, and they will get the game. Well, they'll get a choice of which game they want, because I know I'm running a bit long over time when it comes to an update video, but yeah, I ramble, so sorry. But the way, I will quickly explain that the way the prize is going to work is I've got the list of Steam game codes. I will I'm not assigning them to to specific spots. What I will be doing is first place gets first come first serve. So if you're first place, the first place is getting 2 prizes. You'll get your first pick of any 2 of the game codes, and I will send them to you. Second place then picks, third place then picks, so on and so forth until we get to last. However, after first, second, and third have picked their prizes, person in the 6th spot will get their choice. So that way they get I'll explain how that works when I make the video on that, and then it'll go back to normal and go through everyone and their prizes. And the reason why it's this is because that way everyone will be able to pick their games, and even by the end of it there'll be at least 3 to 4 games that have been left unclaimed, simply for the fact that I do know there are some games on here that people might not like. There's a lot of games that are good and people will like, but there are some, of course, people might not be interested in, and this gives people the chance that if it's a game they don't like, they don't have to pick it. They get to pick what they want. But yeah, in a separate video I'll explain the entirety of the game list. The game list. If I can add a few more games to it, I will, so that way it makes it even more interesting, and I might be able to award more prizes to certain spots, but we'll see. But yeah, I will be doing a video that will explain the rules of the tournament, how it proceeds, the prizes that are involved, in case for anyone that actually is interested in the whole shebang details. But yeah, someone I will definitely invite if he's interested is Doomsday, just because he is a good friend. We haven't spoken in a while, but he is a good friend, and I enjoyed a lot of the chats and gameplay we did a while back, so I wouldn't mind giving him the chance to see if he wanted to participate. Because as I said, the people that are involved in this don't actually have to do anything per se. Their name will be assigned to a team. The tournament will go and proceed as planned, and it's after that when when all the tournament's said and done and people's rankings, then I'll message the people that got in their certain spots and let them take what prizes they want. The only reason why someone would be I guess the only reason why if say someone came third, the only reason why they would get a less of a choice of what they won is if, say, third place won, whoever won third place, I couldn't contact for 4 or 5 days. If I couldn't contact them for close to a week, then I would go through the rest of the roster, let everyone else pick their prizes, and they get a pick of any 2 games of what's left. Because they still get to pick 2 games, but they just wouldn't, there'll just be less of them to pick from because of, it's unfair to everyone else just to wait almost a week just to get their prizes when I can't contact one player. Hopefully we won't have any headaches like that, but I've rambled enough and I've taken up enough of your time. So I do apologise for that, and apologise for this weekend's mishap. For now, my friends, make sure you hit the bell notification icon down below to be notified by any of our shenanigans that we post every weekend. I hope you all stay safe, and I hope you all take care. Please leave a like, leave a subscribe, check out the videos, and we shall see you in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.